Hi everyone, I'm Shai from Curve Tech, and today I want to talk to you about how to leverage machine learning to predict sales, optimize inventory, and get insights that will help you make decisions for a business impact. And I want to start off by asking, why use AI and machine learning for sales prediction, sales forecasting? So AI is a system that's able to perform tasks that only requires human intelligence, and machine learning is a subset of AI. The machine learns from the past and builds a model for the future. Now, we know the computer today exceeds the capacity of a human brain as far as memorizing knowledge, understanding, and performing mathematical tasks, and etc. So if we apply these capabilities to sales forecasting, so starting with the ability to ingest a huge, broad range of data, update constantly on the most recent data, and then being able to analyze which product or feature actually influences sales. So what's the correlation between products' behavior? Do they complement each other, cannibalize each other? Is it all the time or just on specific occasions or combinations? And identification of seasonality, which is one of the most important parts in sales forecasting. So algorithms can identify general seasonality in your business, and also extreme seasonal items, and the behavior of different items in different channels on special days, such as Christmas, Black Friday, Rosh Hashanah, and Shopping IL. Now, if we look on the other side, so what's happening in the market? So let's take inventory accuracy statistics, for example. Worldwide estimated cost of inventory distortion, which is cost due to product being overstock or understock, is $1.1 trillion. Trillion, like 1,000 billion, like the GDP of Australia. That's a staggering amount. And a lot of it comes from the average US retailer operation inventory accuracy, which is only 63%. Now, a study was done to understand what would be the impact of reducing the inventory distortion by 10%, how would that impact the inventory cost? And it was found that just reducing 10% of that overstock and understock would cut the entire inventory cost by 10%. So that's really significant. Add to that the pressure coming for us as consumers for same-day delivery. So now as retailers or brands, you don't just need to hold enough inventory, but hold it at the right location to where the demand is going to come from. So I think it's safe to say that forecasting and machine learning is not just a great combination, but it's becoming more and more of a must rather than a should. So it's surprising to see that not everybody is doing it. So why isn't everybody doing it? Why isn't everybody using machine learning for sales prediction? When we look on Gartner's hype cycle for supply chain, we can see that machine learning is only now beyond the phase of the peak of inflated expectations. It's going to take 5 to 10 years until it's fully adopted and part of the supply chain and the forecasting and planning. And the question is, how can we expedite it? How can we expedite it and get and enjoy the benefits of machine learning as part of our sales prediction and forecasting today? So to answer that, we first need to understand what's blocking us from doing it today. So where does the bottleneck lies? Now, if you're experienced with AI projects, then you know that AI projects are long and expensive. And there are generally two subsections to an AI project. One is the specific preparation of the data series, or preparing the data for sales forecasting, gathering and preparing it. And two is the actual mathematics and the core mathematics and statistics for forecasting. So when you look on the kind of tasks you need to do, and you look on the circles here, so you have the math and statistics part, you have the programming skills. You need to then put it into a software project that will run automatically and again and again and again. And the business expertise, understanding what exactly do you want to get out of the math and the software. So what's the business actions that you want to take? What kind of insights do you need? Now, it sounds trivial, but many times the real gap is there. The intersection of all these three capabilities is the data scientists. And data scientists are very expensive. The demand far exceeds the supply. And if you're going to find a good one, then they're going to be hired by Google, Amazon, or by us, because that's our business. Now, I'm not saying this because I want to disencourage you, but because there is a solution. And the solution is that you don't have to be a data scientist or hire a data scientist to actually get the business value out of sales forecasting. You can keep on focusing on your business expertise and consume the sales forecasting as a service. It's kind of like saying, why pay for a cow when you only need a glass of milk? And that's where we come in. So what do we do? How do we solve that bottleneck? So we're a technology company that has a big team of super smart data scientists that are building a sales prediction platform, which means putting together dozens and dozens of machine learning algorithms, including our own proprietary machine learning prediction modeling, which enable us then to deliver an unbiased, always learning sales prediction. Now, instead of looking at the behavior of one specific element or one specific product, we take all the available data, your sales history across the different channels, the different products, your marketing activities, inventory, price changes, special events, and let the models analyze them and find the pattern and the correlation in the behavior. And by that, generating the most accurate forecast based on your available data. And the other side is kind of giving it in a way that's easy to use, where you don't have to be a data scientist or even hire a data scientist to use it. Let me quickly say that our offering also includes, beyond sales prediction and inventory optimization, I'm going to show you in a minute, lead scoring, so looking at your CRM opportunities and score, are they going to close or not, and also used it separately, but also as a feed to then sales forecasting at the product level, credit default on all your orders, and will they pay on time or not, and business insights that would lead to taking actions for business impact. Now, let me quickly go through a demo that will show you how it all comes together. So the sales forecast part, which is operational and financial planning. So when you log into the tool, you automatically see all of your history and future forecast. You can kind of slice and dice it by product category, by geo, but any available features within your historical sales data. You can also see it in a table view, do manual adjustments, and the idea is that eventually this will serve as your sales forecasting across the organization. So for sales, for finance, and for supply chain. Now, very quickly go over the inventory optimization. The idea is to avoid excess stock and being out of stock. So here you'll be able to see by the product level, historical and also future excess stock and out of stock occasions. So we automatically generate the safety stock and the calculation based on your lead time and sales forecasting of excess stock. So you'll be able to see, for example, this product has been overstock 2 times and expected to be out of stock in a few months. And that will be the money loss due to being out of stock, and exactly what would be the corrective action to take. So when and how much should you order to avoid the situation? Now, general business dashboard for actionable insights. I'm going to give you just a few examples on what we do. So here you can see the overall performing, best performing, underperforming products and divided by existing products and new products that were launched. And also get some insights that could be customizable on what's the specific activities impact on sales, so specific promotions, launch of a new product, so how is it cannibalizing the old products or different products, and any other insights on things that influence sales or are of interest to you. So before we summarize this call, I just want to mention you can find here the relevant data sources for learning. So I mentioned it's historical sales data, that's sales in and sales through if you're a B2B business as well. Your product catalog, marketing activities, special occasions or announcements, and external data such as weather, competitive information, market trends available. And I want to mention that, we cannot finish without saying anything related to COVID. So what we do these days is we take COVID-19 related data such as the virus spread or quarantine restrictions and add it as part of your or aligned with your sales data and see how it affects. So then we can simulate what's going to happen if the virus is going to keep on spreading, the restrictions are going to be adding new restrictions or removing restrictions, and the impact on sales. So I want to thank you for taking the time to listen. Feel free to ask more questions or contact us through our website or my personal email. And thank you for being with me and have a great day.